There, that should do it. Just had a little mishap with the video. Okay. So I'm going to continue on in Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis here. Here's hoping I actually get some more viewers. Yeah. We're at a point in the game where we get to choose a path to continue on in the game. Game splits into 3 paths. We can either team up with Sophia Hapgood here, who's been with us for the first half of the game. That path's called the Team's Path. Or we can go alone with Indy on the Wits path, where we get to solve a bunch of special puzzles. Or we could do another path with just Indy, but there may be some fist fights involved. But since I have a save file in this particular moment, so I'll probably just play through all 3 paths anyway. I'm going to go ahead and start with the, where is it? Yeah, this one. We're going to go ahead and do the Team's Path, which in this situation will be this middle section.
I'd rather tackle this together with you.
Are you absolutely sure?
Yes, I'm sure. We should team up.
Okay, if that's how you feel, we'll go together.
Any of these choices will move on. I like picking this one.
Let's get going. We can still catch tonight's clipper.
You make it sound so romantic.
Alright, so in the previous stream, there was a conversation between Indy and Sophia upon obtaining the Lost Dialogue with Plato, where we have to go to Monte Carlo and Algiers to find more information about where Atlantis is, and also to find out about the 3 stone discs that are needed to even enter Atlantis. We're going to start things off with Algiers because there is an item we have to pick up there in order to be successful in Monte Carlo. Okay. Next, I'm going to save here in a separate save file, this one right here. There. So our objective in Algiers is to locate a fellow by the name of Omar Al-Jabbar. We'll talk to this
Hello
beggar.
there.
Ah, a prosperous American.
You ever hear of Atlantis, old man?
Atlantis. Atlantis. No.
You know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
Omar's one of my best customers. His shop is on the other side of the marketplace.
Oh, that's good to know.
What are you doing here on the streets?
I'm a beggar, Effendi. It is my job to be here. Today, I'm offering a discount. Give me food and I'll give you a free gift. Now, let me get back to work, please.
I didn't know being a beggar was a job.
It says aerial views, 1 flight up.
Yeah, there's a hot air balloon up in this area. We don't need to be concerned about that just yet. But yeah, we now know the beggar will give us something if we give him some food. He'll come into play a little later.
Excuse me.
Yes?
You know where to find Omar Al-Jabbar?
Omar, his pitiful excuse for a shop is down the alley here.
This doesn't like Omar.
What looks good today?
Today we have a special, squab on a stick, only 20 dinars.
Do you accept U.S. currency?
Sorry, no.
So long.
Salam.
Well, there's where we can get the food, but we don't have any dinars. I'll just move on into the back alley.
Excuse me.
What can I do for you, Effendi?
Are you Mr. Omar Al-Jabbar?
I am but a humble shopkeeper. My name is unimportant.
Won't give us his name.
Do you ever
That's
deal in
nice.
antiquities from Atlantis?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Many a fool dreams of the Lost Kingdom. How may I know your intentions are serious?
I've got a PhD. Will that do?
You have quite a sense of humor, I see.
Excuse me again.
Yes,
I'm really interested in Atlantis.
and I really need some reason to take you seriously.
I'm not sure I know what you mean.
For example, it is said that 3 stone discs were needed to open the gates of Atlantis. Show me one of those if you can.
I saw a stone disc once, but someone stole it.
That's too bad. I don't discuss the Lost Kingdom with amateurs.
Yeah, so this guy won't talk until we actually obtain one of these stone discs. We're only really here to get this nice little mask.
Funny. Looks like that ghost we saw in your study.
That ghost was Nurab Sal.
We could pick that up, and it would be
Excuse me again.
Yes?
prudent to ask the guy if the mask is for sale.
How much for the mask?
You can take the worthless thing. It's scaring away my best customers.
Oh, there we go. Now we got a free mask. We need this mask for once we go to Monte Carlo. So we're pretty much done in this area.
Well, here we are.
I had no idea Monte Carlo was the lost city.
Don't start with me, Indy. It's Trottier we're after.
But what does Trottier look like?
How should I know? I've never actually met him. We did all our business by mail.
What makes you think we'll find Trottier here?
All his letters mention how much he likes strolling under the bright lights.
Suppose Trottier shows up. What then?
Bring him up to my room.
Okay, I'll try to find him.
Good. He used to have one of the 3 stones. If we can coax him into a seance, he might let us have it.
A seance?
I'll go get ready.
So the plan is to locate Mr. Trottier, and Sophia's going to try to sweet talk him into his stone disc if he actually has it. This fella, right? Yeah. Oh, there he is. We want to talk
Hey
to
there.
this guy in the brown.
Are you Alan Trottier? Oh, perhaps. Who's asking?
Normally, we're supposed to talk to the people here and get more clues to narrow them down, but it's faster just to talk to the one guy who's not wearing gray or black or blue.
I'm Dr. Indiana Jones of Barnett College. Jones. I believe I've heard of you. Yes, of course, the famous archaeologist.
It also helps to make sure that we don't offend him or anything like that.
That's me. And I am Trottier. Amateur scholar, part-time poet, professional dreamer. The tarot revealed to me a 3 of cups, which drove me outside for some air. And here I bump into you. Ah, what good fortune.
The idea is we gotta convince him to go see Sophia about this seance.
What can you tell me about Atlantis? Oh, that depends. I fear that German agents are on my trail. To prove you are not one of them, answer me this. When were the many freaks of nature created?
Here he'll quiz us on something that we can look up in the Lost Dialogue. For this, we want to select the first option.
When the celestial spheres were well aligned. Yes, excellent. Obviously, you know Plato's Lost Dialogue well. How can I help you? Follow me and Madame Sophia will read your fortune. Oh, this is a big step. I'm not sure. Come on, take a chance. She's right here in the hotel. Well, I need money. Perhaps Madame can tell me which phase of the moon is best for gambling. So, I'll do it. Please lead the way. Have a seat, Monsieur Trottier.
Is he here?
Now we have an option of either doing the whole seance with Sophia, or we can control Indy during the seance and probably come up with a better idea. I don't think it's necessarily possible to actually complete the seance, because he will throw a funny question which is random, and I don't think there's an actual proper answer with it, and you end up failing the seance. It's better just to do something, have Indy control the thing and see what happens.
Keep him busy. I'm going to try something.
So go ahead and control
All
Indy.
right then. Give me a minute while I set him up. Ah, Monsieur Trottier, I'm so pleased to meet such an expert antiquarian at long last.
Madame flatters me. It is I who am pleased to meet you.
Now then, I need a token of power to set the mood.
Well, I have this stone key. I truly believe it is from the lost city.
Oh,
Very good indeed. Now we can begin.
there's the stone disc.
Blah, 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 blah. I sense the presence of Nurab Sal nearby. Leave no stone unturned.
She mentioned something about Nurab Sal, so let's pretend to be Nurab Sal.
A
We can
stitch
pick up the bed sheet. There's a flashlight in here, and with the bed sheet, flashlight, and the mask, we could probably pull off a convincing
It's a fuse
ghost.
box.
Let's open the fuse box and push the circuit breaker to turn off the
What
lights.
happened to the lights?
I think Nurab Sal is trying to signal us.
And then we'll use all this. And there we
Oh,
go.
I feel the presence of Nurab Sal approaching us.
Ooh. Aye.
Very spooky.
Well done, Indy.
I'd flee from the room too if I saw that. And there, we now have one of the stone
Looks
discs.
like we have one of the 3 stones. Let's hope we can find a way to use it.
I'll bet Trottier got it from Al-Jabbar. Those two do a lot of business together. Let's head for North Africa and find out if I'm right.
Fine. I'll hail a cab while you get changed.
I like how Sophia goes through like 50 different frickin' poses.
I better put the flashlight back. I'd better put the sheet back.
There we go. Sadly, can't take the flashlight and sheet with us. So now we just have to hail a taxi, which is this nice
Just a
little...
moment,
oh,
please.
Whoops. Misclicked.
Nice night for a walk.
No, it isn't.
Wow, you're a dick. Alright.
Wait for me!
Now we'll head back to Algiers. Now that we have proof, we can finally get some more information out of this gentleman here.
Excuse me again.
Yes?
I'm really interested in Atlantis.
And I really need some reason to take you seriously.
I've got this stone.
Stone, you say? Let's see it.
Here it is. Take a look.
Ah, a sunstone, if I'm not mistaken. And the most stupendous find, Dr. Jones.
How do you know who I am?
Yeah, how?
My dear Miss Hapgood, when you're Omar Al-Jabbar, you know these things.
Then you are Al-Jabbar.
Yes, a lowly dealer in oddities and trinkets at your service.
Let's get down to business, shall we? What do you know about Atlantis?
Yes, tell us.
Well, somewhere deep in the Atlas Mountains, there's an archaeological dig site. I'm convinced it contains the remains of an Atlantean outpost.
Well, there's some pay dirt.
Whose dig is it?
Europeans, Germans, I believe.
What makes you so sure it's Atlantean?
From time to time, scoundrels appear in my shop to trade pieces they stole there. The designs are unmistakable.
Where is it exactly?
I'm not exactly sure. I've learned enough to make a rough map, but it's very rough. The problem is the desert is no place for a civilized man like myself.
We'll go.
We will?
I admire your courage, but you'll never survive the desert. Give up while you still have your lives ahead of you.
We'll never give up.
Well then, let it be as God wills it. Come, I'll lend you my map. And a couple of sturdy camels.
It's all automatic from this point on. Follow him up to outside the city where he'll give us some camels. A few minutes later, he heads back to his shop. I like how the grocer is non-existent here. A few hours later, they're back. He didn't die in the desert. Hooray. Would be a shame if they actually died at this point.
You've returned alive. Tell me, how was your trip?
Any of these options will do. I like doing this one though.
Okay, except our camels died a mile out of town.
A terrible
expression.
shame. Those were my last 2 camels. Perhaps I can make amends in some small way. Do you still have that mask I gave you?
His last 2 camels. What a shame.
Yeah, I've got it right here. Why do you ask?
I'd like to trade you for it.
What will you give me?
That depends. Do you have anything in mind?
Make an offer.
Well, how about this baseball? It's been autographed by your country's Lou Gehrig.
Yeah. So now for this little part, Omar wants his mask back, and he'll give us some random item for it.
That sounds pretty awful. Have you got anything else?
How about this voodoo doll? It was carved from trees in the Black Forest.
Yeah, that does sound great.
That's not quite what I want. What else have you got?
How about this little red wagon? It once belonged to Rudyard Kipling.
I'll take it.
We'll go for it for now.
You've made a good exchange, Effendi.
The catch of the item, though, is that it's got a problem with it.
Gee, it's only got 3 wheels. What a swindle.
But this junk item actually has a purpose.
Excuse me.
Yes?
A squab would sure hit the spot.
20 dinars, Effendi.
We don't have any dinars, but we might be able to offer him this
Maybe we
wagon.
can make a deal.
What kind of deal?
I'll give you this little red wagon for a squab.
I'm afraid I cannot make that trade, Effendi. But it does remind me to get my son a birthday present.
Oh, now there's a hint. Sometimes he'll just flat out refuse it, but occasionally he'll give out a hint about the color or the style of the present, or the item, I mean. And we can use that to trade with Omar some more, so we can get an item that he'll like, and we'll get the squab.
Hold the squab. I'll be back later.
Certainly, Effendi.
Because that squab we can then trade to the beggar for that furry gift.
Excuse me again.
Yes?
Can I trade my wagon for something else?
Do you have anything in mind?
Yeah. Now that we have a clue from that grocer, we can actually select something here.
Something for a young boy, perhaps.
Anything else?
Make an offer.
Well, how about this yellow yo-yo? It was hand-painted by an Arabian princess.
I'll take it.
You've made a good exchange, Effendi.
Darn, the string's all tangled.
Oh, that's
What a
fixable.
swindle.
You can totally fix tangled yo-yo string. That, or you can cut the string and restring it. See if this grocer
Excuse me.
will want it.
Yes?
I'd like to make another squab offer.
I'm listening.
Will you give me a squab for this brand new yo-yo?
This will make perfect gift for birthday of my son. And it's so color coordinated. He have a squab.
Thank you.
Perfect. We got the squab.
Squab, huh? Looks like a barbecued pigeon.
That kind of is what squab is.
Squab, huh? Looks like a barbecued pigeon.
And I probably noticed this knife juggler right here.
Excuse me.
Yes?
Nice knives.
Yes. They were a gift from my father, the greatest knife thrower in North Africa. I'm trying to follow his example. But alas, no one will volunteer to be my assistant since the accident.
The accident.
Sorry to bother you.
No bother. I just wish a volunteer would step forward to assist me.
Excuse me.
Yes?
I'd make a wonderful assistant.
It's refreshing to see such spirit. But my assistant must be a woman. Show business, you know.
Wow.
Sophia.
What?
Ah, Algeria.
Hmm.
What do we do now?
Let's try to find another way to the dig site.
Yeah, that's our goal right now. We gotta find an alternate method to that dig site, because those camels died a mile out of town.
I think you should volunteer to help the knife thrower.
No, you don't, Jones.
Please, it's perfectly safe.
Right. Perfectly safe.
Take a good look at his dexterity.
Well, okay. Gee, knives make me nervous.
No, we just need to give her a good push in the right direction.
Oof.
Look here, ladies and gentlemen. A volunteer.
But,
Now, my dear, there's nothing to be afraid of.
but...
Just walk over to the board now. Ta-da! Thank you for your brave assistance, my dear. Allow me to express my gratitude by giving you this souvenir knife.
Here, take this knife before I use it on you.
There, now we have a nice blood-stained
It's a
knife.
sharp, blood-stained knife.
Could come in handy. But anyway, now that we have some food, let's go see that beggar. Give squab to beggar.
Excuse me.
You bring food?
Here.
Thank you, Effendi. Here's your free gift.
It says 1-day pass, Kareem sightseeing tours.
Now we can go take a free ride on that balloon, which is up on this roof.
Hello there.
If you have ticket, you see sights. If not, you don't.
Oh, let's give him the balloon ticket.
Will this do?
A valuable all-day pass. Today the skies are yours, Effendi.
Alrighty. Let's head over to the balloon. That's pretty much it.
Hey, down there.
Is the view not a great beauty?
Can't get enough of it.
Ah, then I leave you to gaze for a few more minutes.
Probably would do see a nice view from up here. Shame that balloon is tethered to a rope. could probably use that balloon to get to the dig site. How convenient we have this knife.
We're free!
Alright. Now in order to control the balloon, we gotta use these two commands down here. Vent hydrogen and drop ballast. Venting hydrogen allows us to descend in a counterclockwise motion, while drop ballast allows us to ascend in a clockwise motion. First, we need to get some clues about the dig site, and we can find that out by landing at these nomad camps that are found within this map. And to do that, we just gotta vent hydrogen enough so that we actually land on the ground.
Aren't you coming?
I'll stay here and watch the balloon.
Talk to this friendly nomad.
Hello there.
Salam, Effendi.
Won't bother with all these dialogues, just this second one here.
What do you make of this map?
This X is to the south and considerably to the east.
Thanks for the information.
So we need to go down south and then a little bit to the east. So let's drop the ballast a couple times so we're going south. There's a nomad camp down here.
Stay here and guard the balloon.
Don't have to tell her twice.
Hello there.
Salam, Effendi.
What do you make of this map?
This X is considerably to the east.
Thanks for the information.
So it's within the eastern direction. Just head over east one screen then. We'll see if this nomad camp is saying anything.
Stay here and guard the balloon. Hello there.
Salam, Effendi.
What do you make of this map?
This X is a little to the south and to the east.
Thanks for the information.
So we gotta head east again. head to this nomad camp up here. There's another one down here too, but this one's a little closer.
Stay here and guard the balloon. Hello there.
Salam, Effendi.
What do you make of this map?
You are very close to the site.
Oh, that's good to
This
hear.
X is a little to the south and slightly to the east.
Thanks for the information.
Cool, so that's perfect. We're on the right screen. Oh. Yes, the tune of crickets. Thanks for tuning in, Satan. Appreciate it. That red X is our destination. That's where the dig site's located, and that's where we'll find some more information about Atlantis. Oh, I'm sure the pun's intended, I think. Oh, we got shot. Oh, I should use that in all the future streams. Thanks for suggesting that.
Better landings.
Him too.
No, King. There's no Hitler punching, but we do get to beat up Nazis, or at least outsmart them. Yeah. Oh, I should totally do that. Next person who comes into my stream, cricket tuning in. yeah. I'll hook you up. I'll hook you up, Satan. No worries. Implying I'm ever gonna get any Twitch revenue, though.
Look what we found, an abandoned dig site.
We found the dig site.
Wait, where are you going?
I sense the presence of Nurab Sal.
I should have guessed.
Indy!
Hold
Oh.
on, Sophia.
Indy!
Sophia! Uh-oh.
Oh, Sophia fell into a sinkhole.
Sophia?
Yeah?
Are you okay?
I'm in deep.
Good. I'll have you out in no time.
Hurry!
Sophia?
What?
Did you find Nurab Sal down there?
You're dead meat.
Did you speak up? I didn't catch that.
I said you're dead meat.
I like how the caption implies she's swearing at him, but she just says dead meat.
It's jammed in the hole.
Sadly, we can't get the
I
table
can't
out.
move it. I can't move it.
Anyway, while Sophia's trapped in there, we're going to look around the dig site. Got a nice truck going on here.
There's a plug missing.
It's apparently missing
The engine's missing a spark plug and a distributor cap.
yeah, so truck can't run unless we can find those items. There is a ladder right here that we can go down. Thanks for cricket tuning in. Oh my god, that's gonna be so fucking stupid. Yeah. Alright, so it's pitch black in here. We gotta feel our way in until we can get our, a light source happening. There are some things, like there's a metal thing here, there's a wall here, there's a long tubular thing.
It's either a hose or a sleeping snake. I hope it's a hose.
Let's pick it up and pray it's not a sleeping snake.
It's a hose.
Cool. That may come in handy. There's a sharp wooden thing
It feels
here.
like a sharp stick of wood. It's a particularly sharp ship rib.
That could be handy. If we look over here, there's another wall here. And there's a blunt wood thing and a clay thing here.
It feels like a wooden peg. It's an ancient wooden peg of some
It's
sort.
a wooden peg.
It feels like a clay jar.
Oh, it's
It's
a
an
clay
empty
jar.
clay jar.
So now let's see what this metal thing is.
It feels like a portable generator.
Oh, it's our light source.
It feels like a spark plug. It feels like a portable generator.
So there's a spark plug in here for sure.
It feels like a gas cap. It feels like an on-off switch.
Well, let's turn her on.
Nothing's happening. Maybe it's out of gas.
Well then. Well, there's a truck outside that just might have some gas. Let's see if it does. There's nothing up in this section right here. At least not on this path. On the other two paths, there's actually a balloon that floats in that area. So
That's where the gas is.
here's our gas tank.
That's where the gas is.
Can we pick up
I
gas
can't
tank?
pick that up.
Nope. I'll have to find some way to siphon the gas out. Well, let's use the hose with the gas tank.
It's a hose sticking out of a gas tank.
And then we'll use the clay jar with the end of hose.
That's enough. The jar is full.
There. Now the jar's got some gas in it. Now we'll head back in and we'll dump that gas-filled jar into the... Or actually do it. Yeah, we have to
Better
open
open it first.
Yeah, have to open it first.
Now it's open.
Oh, okay.
I've emptied the jar into the pipe.
Oh, well, that was convenient. Alright, let's push the button. And we have light. Now we can properly explore the area.
It's a painting of a chest or ark. I've seen that before. Is that a ball these figures are tossing around? Or a stone disc?
Let's try pushing the painting of the round object.
If this ever held a secret, somebody beat me to it. It's an empty recess in the wall.
Yep, nothing in there. In the other two paths, there is something in there. Now we want to look at this wall.
It's a crumbling rock wall.
Let's use that sharp ship rib and dig it out.
There's a mural behind this crumbling rock. It's a map of the island of Crete with a hole in the middle. Didn't I read about that in the Lost Dialogue?
Map of Crete in North Africa. That's interesting.
It's a map of the island of Crete with a hole in the middle. Didn't I read about that in the Lost Dialogue?
Could probably jam that peg into the hole. And then we'll use the sunstone to and put it on that peg. Now we're going to look at a Lost Dialogue of Plato real quick. The sunstone sufficed if the sunset made the tall horns red. So by looking at the sunstone on the mural, we need to move this stone so that it matches the description in the Lost Dialogue of Plato. So we gotta put it aligned with the tall horns. So we're gonna put it to setting sun, and then press the peg.
Sophia?
Oh look, Sophia was behind the door.
I thought you were going to leave me in there.
Believe me, I was tempted.
Lucky you
Jerk.
didn't. Here's something we may need.
A distributor cap.
It fell on my head when I sank into the hole. And that's not all. Look!
What is it?
It's an amber fish on a string.
I can see that. What does it do?
How should I know? I suppose you've come up with something more interesting.
Maybe. Look where the sunstone is centered on the mural. The island of Crete. I'll bet Crete is where we'll find the greater colony of Atlantis Plato mentioned.
That sounds possible. Let's go.
So now our next destination is to Crete. Take those items back. So, about this amberfish on a string, if you read this clip on the Lost Dialogue, you'll read here that wise men carved strange devices out of amber to search for orichalcum, which is the metal that Atlantis used to power 90% of their things. So if we use this amberfish...
It's pointing at Sophia's necklace.
It must be detecting the orichalcum residue.
We now know that we can now confirm that it can detect orichalcum. So now we're going to shut off this generator because we have to in order to pick up one of these spark plugs, which the truck needs. Because now we have the distributor cap as well. So we'll head back outside, head over to this truck. We'll put in the spark plug and distributor cap, and then use the truck to get to the airport to fly off to Crete.
What do you know? A perfect fit. It fits. Let's book passage to Crete, Sophia.
And we're off to Crete. So the first thing we'll notice here is this stone pedestal. Talk to Sophia real quick here.
Yes?
Why are we here? Crete can't possibly be Atlantis.
Remember the map of Crete and that African dig site and how the Lost Dialogue described using the stones? We must have found the greater colony.
Do you think the Nazis have been here?
I don't know, but we should be careful. Something tells me they're not far away.
What do we do now?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's something useful hidden among these ruins.
Let's look around.
Okay.
So if they both believe that this is the greater colony, it should be noted that at the greater colony a moonstone was also needed. But we don't have the moonstone yet, we just have the sunstone. So we gotta track down a moonstone before we can utilize this stone pedestal. Conveniently, there just so happens to be a dig site over at this other side of the map. Geographically, we're in the ruins of Gnossius, which is an actual dig site in Crete, and it's full of all these chambers that have like stone rubble on the ground and pretty pictures and whatnot. We do need to look for one room that has a particular mural in it, and that mural will help us figure something out. As you can see from up here, there's some giant horns. The centerpiece or something like that. But the reason we're up this high is because here's a surveyor's
It's a surveyor's transit, useful for measuring angles and laying out straight lines.
That could be useful, so we'll pick it up. Talk to Sophia real quick here.
Excuse me.
What?
Here we are in the ruins of Gnosis.
Hang on a minute. Nurab Sal speaks! He tells me that in his travels he has walked this ground and bids us find the underworld passage to his ancestral home.
How do you do it? Radio? Signals from the fillings in your teeth?
Still the wise guy. You'll learn.
What do we do now?
I'm not sure. Maybe there's something useful hidden among these ruins.
Let's look around.
Okay.
So we're definitely on the right track if Sophia is suddenly able to contact her spirit guide, who has a connection to Atlantis itself. So we're going to head down further into the ruins proper. Takes a while for him to get there.
Time hasn't been too kind to this room.
Large crack. Now we're going to look in all these entrances to find that one particular mural. Some of them have pots, but the pots have nothing of value in them. Let's try this entrance right here. The entrance is usually one of these 4 that are nearby. And it's random as to which one actually has the mural. Not that one. There it is.
It's an ancient diagram of some kind. There's a bull's head, horns, and tail. The lines appear to converge on that circle. Could the circle be one of the stone discs? Listen,
Yes?
can you understand what this mural means?
Maybe it's a treasure map.
Let's look around.
Okay.
Sophia kind of has the right idea. The only problem, though, is that we know that outside that there is giant horns, but we don't know about a bull's head or tail. We need to track those down first. You will notice on the map, though, that there are certain pieces of the background that are clickable. There's 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. We need to, if we look at them,
It's a pile of rubble.
then he'll just say that they're a pile of rubble. But one pair, he'll mention that they're loose.
It's a pile of rubble.
So we'll try one of these ones here.
It's a pile of rubble. The stones look loose.
And if they do, we can push them.
There's a statue here. It's a bull's head statue.
Oh. Now we found the bull's head statue, so then the opposite one here
There's
will be
a
the bull's
statue
tail.
here.
So now, as per that mural, these 2 make lines that line up to the tall horns here, and they'll converge on a circle somewhere in this area. And to track that down, we got to use this surveyor's transit.
Excuse me.
Yes?
We right-clicked on the
Let's
wrong
look around.
thing.
Okay.
We don't want to talk to Sophia. We want to use the transit. There. Now we're treated to this view where we have to center the transit on this horn. But we can play around with it by looking around the entire dig site, even find Sophia, who waves to us. Yeah, for the bull's head, we just have to position it so that we see the left horn.
I see the left horn.
There's a convergence line there. Now we'll use the surveyor's instrument on the bull's tail statue. And we'll do that again, but this time have this one on the right horn. Like this.
I see a wall.
Oops. Didn't click on the horn.
I see dirt. I see a wall.
We actually gotta put it like that.
I see the right horn.
There we go.
Hello, what's this? I'm not gonna lug that around anymore.
Well, let's check out X marks the spot.
This is where the survey line's triangulated.
Let's dig it out with the ship rib.
Hey, there's a stone disc down here. It's got a hole in the middle and little moons carved into the surface. It must be one of the moonstones Plato wrote about.
We now have the moonstone. So now we can head back to that stone pedestal and use it proper. Now we gotta walk all the way back to that stone pedestal. There we go. Now we use the sunstone, and then we use the moonstone. Now if we look at the lost dialogue, we still gotta position the sunstone to this here. If Sunset made the tall horns, or no, it's not that one. No. Right here, at the greater colony, a moonstone was also needed, with the sun dying as a new moon is born. So we need to position the sunstone as a sunset, but then for the moonstone, we gotta put it to new moon. So if we look at the moonstone here, we have to position these discs so they align with the tall horns, as per the lost dialogue. So for the sunstone, we got to put it to setting sun, because that's a dying sun. And then for the moonstone, we just got to put it to new moon. Then we push the spindle, and progress.
What do you know? A secret door.
Get these stones back, because they are very important. We don't want to lose those.
So, the legend of a labyrinth hidden under the ruins of Knossos is true. The legend of Atlantis isn't any more far-fetched. Maybe it's true, too.
I think the last stone disc and Atlantis are waiting for us somewhere beyond that door.
Indeed. One thing you'll notice is these three heads chilling on this platform.
It's a bust of Apollo. It's a bust of Zeus. It's a shelf for the bust. It's a shelf for the busts. It's a bust of Zeus. It's a bust of Zeus.
Oh, can't even see the other one? There we go.
It's a bust of Zeus. It's a bust of Ares.
Oh, that's the one that I didn't click on. These heads are actually needed for later on in this area, so we're going to pick up two of them right now. Or, not that one. You get back on there. This one. There we go. And here it's quite literally a maze. Just gotta click on certain doors and see where they lead. I like the water effects in this game. I like this little waterfall that's going on here. Yeah, there's a door up here as well. Kind of hard to see with the darkness up there. Nope, nothing in here, just some bones.
Bones of previous explorers, no doubt. It's just a chunk of crumbling masonry.
Can't reach that one. That's a one-way door.
Bones of previous explorers, no doubt. Looks like another unlucky explorer.
There's a noteworthy room. Won't worry about this room just yet, though. We're not going to go through this door, because that actually takes us to that one door that we couldn't access. No, actually it was this one. This one I think's fine. Yeah, that one just takes us there. It's this door right here that'll cause us to go through a one-way door. And here's where those heads will come into play here, because we can put them on this pedestal so we can open up this gate. As you can see, we're short ahead because we couldn't pick up the other one. because if we go and pick up this one, the gate closes on us. So we gotta find a way to get that head without the gate closing on us, and I don't know why I cannot click on the shelf. There we go. Sadly, the only way we can do that is to use the whip on the head.
Stay away from the door.
There, we now have the head, but now we're locked into the labyrinth, so we gotta find an alternate way out. Now we can head in here. There's a fancy looking gold box over here.
I can't reach it. It's beautiful. Too bad I can't reach it. It's a shaft plunging into the darkness. It's a wedge that keeps the counterweight from sinking.
We got nothing that can get that chalk out. Because we need to get across, and there's nothing allowing us to get across, sadly. Of course, that's just the top floor. We can also go to the bottom floor, where we'll see something else. Here's a LucasArts reference.
It's a shaft rising into the darkness. There's a small cleft here. I don't think that'll work.
Yeah, we don't got anything that we can jam into that cleft. We gotta head back to the room that has that bull statue that we walked by.
For all I know, it's the original Minotaur. I used to wonder why the Minoans were so obsessed with bull-headed figures. Come to think of it, I still wonder. It looks a bit wobbly.
Oh! What's going on, Indy?
It must be a primitive elevator of some sort.
I always thought Mr. Otis invented the elevator.
Yeah, well, this is our floor.
Watch out!
But wait, that was our ride.
Now we're trapped. There's a familiar looking fellow down here.
It's our old friend, Professor Sternhardt. Looks like he's starved to death.
How awful!
I guess he knew a lot more than he let on.
But not quite enough, apparently.
Yeah, we'll starve too if we don't find a way out of here.
There's a couple items on him as well.
It says,
I am convinced the map room lies beyond the next chamber. Alas, I cannot get past the gate. I need that orichalcum detector.
too bad for Sternhardt. He came a long way.
Yeah, and if you recall from earlier in the game, when we were in Tikal, he swiped the World Stone from us.
It's the World Stone that Sternhardt swiped in Tikal.
There, we now have all 3 stone discs needed to enter Atlantis.
It's a walking staff.
We also have a walking staff. We can head up into here, which we'll see a grate and a hole. We'll worry about those later, though, because we want to get that gold box that was back over there.
It appears the elevator crushed at least one stone disc.
Yeah, Sternhardt had 2 other discs.
How nice. Wait, there's a chain running up behind the waterfall. It must be holding the elevator's counterweight.
Well, let's use that chain then.
Hold on, Jones. Where do you think you're going?
I'm climbing this chain.
You'd better come back.
Trust me.
Don't worry, he'll be back.
Ouch.
Convincing pain noises.
I hate getting wet.
This walking staff will be handy in getting rid of that counterweight. Or that chalk, I mean. Use staff with chalk.
There, the counterweight is free.
There we go. Now if we head back down, we can use that same staff and jam it into that cleft. Use staff with statue melt. We lose the staff, but
Going up?
we now have a platform to get across.
It's a gold box. There are 2 more beads underneath it. I'll take them too.
Oh, nice. There are 2 orc halcyon beads inside, underneath it.
I have 2 beads.
They'll come in handy. We can open and close this gold box.
It's an empty gold box with a lead lining.
And this gold box will be very handy. Well, dead end here. So now we'll head back to Sophia. Yeah, King, I used to actually have a copy of this game back when I had a 486. So I still know my way around this game. Which is why this is definitely not a blind playthrough or anything. Which I apologize if anyone's expecting this to be a blind playthrough or anything like that. I'm mostly just playing it because I think it's one of my favorite DOS games and figured it'd be something interesting to stream on Twitch. I use the whip on this wobbly statue head so that way we can go back down this elevator. I've only played this game and Sam & Max Hit the Road. Those are the only 2 LucasArts point-and-click games that I've ever played. Yeah, I like Sam & Max. I played Hit the Road. I've got the Devil's Playhouse. Didn't play some of the games in the middle of those ones though. I've only played the Devil's Playhouse because I totally did not buy that game to get the Max hat in Team Fortress 2. Totally did not do that. But yeah,
there it goes again.
I've always liked Sam & Max because I remember watching the a cartoon that they did in the past that they were in, and I found that cartoon to be hilarious. Alright, so now we need to get past this gate.
It's a narrow crawl space.
We could probably get through that hole somehow.
It operates the gate. I can't reach it. Sophia,
Yes?
you look great in this light.
What's that supposed to mean? It's almost pitch dark.
Oh, yeah. Sophia,
Yes?
let me boost you through that hole.
I'm not climbing through there. I'll bet it's full of spiders, or rats, or snakes.
Yeah, she totally had to say that snake part, didn't she?
We'll rot down here like Sternhardt.
I'm not worried. You'll think of something.
Well, if we can boost you into that hole, we'll
Sophia.
think of something.
Yes?
Come on, climb onto my shoulders.
I'd rather not.
All right, boost me through the hole.
You?
What's so darn funny?
I couldn't boost you as far as I trust you, let alone up there.
Sophia.
Yes?
Come on, climb onto my shoulders.
I'd rather not.
What's the matter? Scared of a few bugs?
You don't fool me, Jones. You're the one who's scared of snakes.
So what if I am?
So you admit it. We're really not going anywhere until I crawl through there, are we?
Afraid not.
Okay, boost me up. Watch those hands, Buster.
Alternatively, we could make a crack at her weight, which also would get her through the hole, but...
There's a pulley on this side.
We'll use it.
Okay, hang on. Happy?
We're not out of the woods yet, but nice going.
There we go. Progress. Continue through the labyrinth. Not a whole much to look at in these areas. And then we loop around. So we gotta find we gotta start doing something to find our way out of this labyrinth. One thing that could come to mind is that we do have this orichalcum detector. We could probably use that to find some orichalcum that might help us get through the area. But if we use it,
Why, it's pointing at me.
it's detecting the 2 beads we've got in our inventory. So we gotta find some way to dispose of these without actually losing them. We do happen to have this open gold box with a lead lining. We could use the orichalcum in the box.
The orichalcum is now in the box.
And then close it.
It's pointing at Sophia's necklace.
Now it's pointing at Sophia because it detects the residue on her necklace. It doesn't detect the 2 beads that we have in our box, because the lead lining in the box is neutralizing the orichalcum so that our amber fish isn't detecting it. But as long as Sophia's with us, we can't use the orichalcum detector reliably.
Sophia,
Yes?
So let's see if she's willing to part with that necklace for a time.
I forget, do stalagmites go up or down?
Up, I think.
I forget, do stalagmites go up or down?
On second thought, down?
Do you think we're lost?
Who knows? I'm too lost to think.
Sophia,
Yes?
can I borrow that necklace of yours for a while?
Why?
We could do one of these joke ones, but we're going to go ahead with this third option.
I think it's throwing off the orichalcum detector.
So?
So we need to hide it.
You think so? Then say, Nurab Sal is a mighty king and his eyes see through.
We can go ahead and humor her.
Nurab Sal is a mighty king, and his eyes see through.
All right. I can't give you my necklace, but tell me your plan, and I'll try to help.
I want to put it in this gold box.
Okay, give me the box, and I'll put it inside. There, but just for a few minutes.
Thanks.
Okay, now we can use the amberfish on the string reliably.
It's not pointing anywhere. There must not be any orichalcum nearby.
So now we gotta go into all those rooms we just went through here and see which one might have some orichalcum in it.
It's not pointing anywhere. It's not pointing anywhere. It's pointing toward that blank wall in the back.
Oh.
Seems to be crumbling.
Well, we know what we do. What we do with crumbling walls, we take this ship rib and jam it.
Well, well, well.
There's the orichalcum.
Look, an orichalcum bead. This must have been the bead that attracted the orichalcum detector.
Great. Now take the gold box. I want to wear my necklace again.
It's really attached to that necklace. Now we have 3 beads, and we gotta put them back in the box. Now we head into this doorway.
Come on, door, move! Well, either Atlantis is a lot smaller than we thought, or we've found some kind of map or scale model.
Laid out just as Plato described it, in 3 concentric circles.
Quite the find. There's also some doors scattered about. There's another door here, but we can't reach that. That door opens up in a separate path. Well, these doors open up depending on which path we've chosen. So yeah, we apparently found some kind of map room with a miniature version of Atlantis, and right in the middle is a spindle where we can put the stone discs. So go ahead and slap those puppy down. Along for our world stone, and now that we have the world stone, we'll need to consult the lost dialogue to see what position it needs to be in. To approach Atlantis itself, a world stone was required as well, with darkest night soon to rule the western sea. We gotta keep in mind about this darkest night thing. So we'll look at this. The sunstone should be at setting sun, aligned with the tall horns. Switch the moonstone to new moon, just like we did with the previous pedestal. And then we gotta put the world stone to this one, west sea. Click the spindle, and suddenly the map comes alive. Let's retrieve these stone discs and head into that door that just opened.
Sophia, where are you?
We've got her, you foolish Americaner!
That's not Sophia. That's Klaus Kerner, the Nazi spy that we've been trying to tail for the past half the game.
Kerner, which rock did you crawl out from under?
I have no time to trade insults. Hand over the stones or you'll never see Miss Hapgood again.
We gotta choose our words carefully because he is wielding a gun.
Okay, take the stones. Just don't hurt Sophia.
She'll be perfectly safe. In my custody.
Kerner! What a slimy toad.
Now we've lost the stone discs and Sophia.
Uh-oh. Kerner wedged it shut from the other side.
And we're trapped.
It's not pointing anywhere.
No orichalcum nearby. There is a rock wall here.
These rocks look slightly loose.
Let's jam our ship rib in it.
You know, I think one of the rocks is starting to move.
Caroline, halt! You must board the U-boat.
I'm not going anywhere. What have you done with Indy, you creep?
Forget about Jones. How can you expect a man to lead you through Atlantis when he can't even find a way out of the labyrinth?
And you're practically an Atlantis tour guide, I suppose?
We have charted an underwater entrance to the lost city. Together, we will discover its secrets.
Good luck.
You have a choice, Fraulein. Join us and fulfill your life's ambition, or join your friend Another rotting corpse on the road to glory.
Well, how can I refuse hospitality like that?
Jones was a better man than I thought. He could tolerate her.
Oof. Whew. Hey, there's a Nazi U-boat.
In case you're wondering, Fraulein is German for woman. It's kind of sad that I picked up a couple of German words from this very game. So now, we're back at that stone pedestal outside. Of course, door's closed. But there's also a sub here that we can now board. Or that we have to board anyway. Because that's where Sophia and the discs are.
Fearsome. Fearsome.
Climb up into the cockpit here.
Looks nasty.
Halt!
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
I'm the captain here, and I don't tolerate stowaways.
I'm not a stowaway, I'm a runaway.
We'll see about that. Where do you think you're going?
Behind this thing.
Looks like I'm captain now. Whoa, we're getting underway.
Better get inside.
Let's hope we're headed for Atlantis.
You'll notice on this map an area called Thera. That plays a role in the other two paths. Now we get to admire this little section here, where we see a sub swimming along the ocean floor where we hope to find an entrance to Atlantis. It's probably in the other direction. Wait until the sub turns around here. Of course, we got no way to control the sub or anything. That's what this little metal display down here is. So we're just going to close out of that.
It says Flugeldoofel.
Flugeldoofel. Well, let's try pushing it.
Wonderful. It snapped right off.
Great.
It's the lever that controls the sub's depth.
Well, let's go down and see what we can do.
Whoops.
Absolutely nothing, because this ship's full
I'm
of
a
Nazis.
dead man if I go down there while those Nazis are around.
It's a sub full of Nazis. But since Indy is kind of the quote-unquote captain, we can use this intercom to tell him to move elsewhere in the sub. Let's tell him to go to the stern.
Now hear this. All hands to the stern torpedo bay.
There, that'll clear him out from most sections of the sub, so we can freely walk around. Yeah, that's where they're located right now. There's the ship crew. We don't need to go in this area ever, though, so we don't have to worry about them.
It's labeled Krauske-Farben.
Well, let's push the Krauske-Farben. Oh, we now have ship controls. Sadly, the Krauske-Farben is not doing anything, and we still can't operate the Flugeldoofel.
This is the switch that reverses the sub's engines.
There's another ship piece right here, too.
It's labeled Ausgeschnitzel.
Well, let's see what the Ausgeschnitzel does. Ah. It's the sub's rudder control. Allows us to stop it dead in the water or speed it up. We'll keep it dead for now.
It's the speed control. I'll bet it's hard as a rock. I'll take a couple of slices. What is this stuff? Pumpernickel? It's a porcelain beer stein.
Let's take that too.
It's a porcelain beer stein. They've just about got themselves a delicatessen here.
Well, let's pick up some cold
Don't mind
cuts.
if I do. I've got slices of bratwurst, bologna, and salami.
Ugh, that sounds good. We can use these cold cuts and put them with the bread and make a sandwich.
It's a sandwich worthy of Dagwood Bumstead.
The sandwich is actually pretty useless at this point, but it's nice. But it's kind of cool to make it. And you can even use this sandwich so that Indy can finally eat something. There we go. This can play a role a little later in the game, so that's why it hasn't left the inventory. You'll notice some battery acids leaking down
I can't reach
here. This acid could be useful, so we'll put that in the porcelain mug.
Okay, the mug is full of acid.
Could also use the clay jar from back at the dig site, but I'm not sure how clay and acid would be of use. So now we're gonna go down here. We'll see that poor Sophia is trapped in front of this
Bamboo shoots.
Nazi that's packing some serious heat.
Bamboo shoots.
Sophia?
Indy?
Jones can't save you now, madam.
Wait. I'm getting a message. A message from Nurab Sal.
Norab what?
An old friend from Atlantis. His spirit is calling me.
We can now talk to Sophia at this point, but she can only answer us in cryptic Nurab Sal related responses.
Can you get rid of the guard?
Alas, Nurab Sal is weak and far away.
No.
Where are the stone discs?
Nurab Sal refuses to share his secrets until he is released.
Also no.
Tell Nurab Sal that I've got a plan.
Nurab Sal is listening.
Just distract the guard for a while, okay?
Nurab Sal understands all. Wait. What? Oh, darn. I've lost contact.
You know, I actually haven't saved in a while, but it hasn't really been much use for. Yeah, I saved way early. I think I'll leave that. I'll make a new save here. Yeah, there we go.
Excuse me, Mr. Guard person?
What is it now?
I was just wondering.
Yes?
Oh, it's probably nothing.
I order you to finish your sentence.
Well, you know, you look just like William the Conqueror.
You think so?
The resemblance is uncanny.
I always suspected that
There's a
I had
plunger we could
royal
pick up.
blood in my...
Who knows? It might come in handy.
Oh, why are you going back up the stairs or the ladder?
Would you?
Go back down.
Certainly. Here goes.
Now she's distracting him.
Who are you? Talk fast, and I better like your tone of voice, or you're a dead man.
Did Madame foretell that your future looks pale?
No, now that you mention it.
Indy!
Nice work. Any idea where Kerner put the stones?
We're out of luck. He's got them in his quarters.
Oh, that sucks.
We'll see about that. What do we do now?
Let's get those stones out of Kerner's quarters and locate the underwater entrance to Atlantis Kerner claims is near here.
To do that, we need to operate the sub.
Do you know how to run this boat?
Are you kidding, Jones? I'm a spiritualist, not a navigator.
Here's another ship control, but it's padlocked. Oh, Well, I won't worry about crashing on here, King. I'm using a Scum VM, a virtual machine that emulates various LucasArts games, and I've never encountered any crashes or soft locks or anything like. Well, soft lock maybe if you. Actually, I'm not sure how you would soft lock in this game, because usually if you end up in a soft lock situation, it would be treated more as a game over, and the game would allow you to restart or something like that. But you are right, yeah, there could be that potential, but well.
It's a padlocked wheel of some sort.
Yeah, we can't turn that wheel until we get rid of that padlock that you can kind of see on there.
Aren't you coming?
I'll just stay here and make sure Sleeping Beauty doesn't wake up.
Yeah, I've never experienced crashes with this game, not even in the past either. Well, we can go down here so we can eavesdrop on their conversation. I just want to look over here real quick. Yeah.
Try to relax, Herr Doctor.
Relax? We are approaching a civilization that plagued with the forces of nature the way we play with toys.
Come, don't exaggerate.
How else do you explain the wonders of orichalcum or the stone disc? What have you done with the stone?
Calm down. They're right behind you in the captain's strongbox.
Oh, there was I.
And that's what we're right in front of.
Cold light?
It doesn't look that strong to me.
Gone.
So how about we dump this acid-filled mug all over this strongbox.
Whoa, the acid's eating right through the metal. Here are the stone discs. There's a small key in here, too.
There we go. We got our stone discs back, and we got the key that can unlock that rudder. So now we'll use the tiny key with the rudder control.
Now it's unlocked.
And now we can probably control this sub. So we'll start by making it go. As you can see, the emergency rudder control turns it. Oh, actually, we're not even done yet. Because we haven't fixed the Flugeldüffel, or the depth controller. And that's where this plunger could come in. Use plunger with Flugeldüffel.
It fits.
There we go. Now the sub can go down. But first we need to find the opening in the sea floor that'll take us to what we hope is Atlantis. Oh, there it is. So now we gotta turn this sub. Gotta go back and forth in order to actually make it come into the foreground here. And we can use this to make it go in reverse. I think that should do it. Unless we have to go further. No, we have to go further. Oh, further. There we go.
Amazing. We're hundreds of feet below sea level, yet there's enough air pressure to keep the water out. How's it possible?
Welcome to Atlantis, Indy.
And as Sophia says, we have now reached Atlantis. Except it's pitch dark in here.
Sophia?
What?
Do you think we really found Atlantis?
I guess so. I just didn't think it would be so dark.
Sophia?
What?
What do we do now?
Let's find a door before I get any more muck and goo on me.
That's the least of your concerns. So yeah, like back at the dig site, we gotta feel our way around here because of how dark it is. There's a wood thing here.
It feels like a ladder. It's a ladder.
We've got a useful ladder.
Get your hands off me, Jones. Jones? Hey, you're not Jones! Help, Indy! Indy!
Sophia?
Oops. Looks like the Nazis got her. Alright, so look at this.
It feels like a steep, rocky incline.
There's a rocky incline here. We can use a ladder on that.
The ladder is in place.
And with that, we can now climb up the ladder. And here we see a stone thing here. There's a metal slab here.
It feels like a metal door. It feels like a statue.
And there's another stone thing here.
It feels like a stone box.
Well, let's open that box.
It's open. It's a metal rod with an opening on one end. It's a metal rod with an opening on one end.
If it has an opening, that means it probably wants some orichalcum. Ah, and there's our light
Sophia,
source.
where are you? Kerner must have grabbed her somehow. It's closed.
Yeah, so yeah. This ladder will be useful later, so we'll take that.
It's a statue. It looks like a spindle for the stone discs.
Now to do another stone disc puzzle. So slap these stone discs down. Now it's different here. Final entrance yielded only to contrary minds. That's our only cryptic hint as to how we're supposed to position the stones at this point. If I remember reading in the hint book, I think you have to position the stones as per the lost dialogue, but they have to be either reversed or an opposite in an opposite direction or something like that. It's like this is how we've had it set for the past two areas. Let's try the opposite. So we'll go rising sun, full moon, east sea.
The mouth of the statue opened.
Ah, there we go. And then we'll use orichalcum in the mouth. And now we can enter Atlantis proper. The discs will be handy later. Alright, we're going to save here. And it's at this point that the three paths that you can pick in this game, they all converge into this particular spot. So if we want to play the other two paths, we can stop here and go back to this save that I have, and we can pick an entirely different path. Yeah, because don't think it would matter, how to say this. Yeah, all three paths converge here, and it would not matter which path we take. We can either keep going here, or we can take an entirely different path. What do we got here? Cool. I'm just double checking something right here. Just give me a second. Okay. I'm gonna BRB real quick because I want to get some water. Throat's feeling a little parched, so please give me a couple of minutes. Yeah, actually, I won't pause it. I'll allow the music to play so that way there's at least something to listen to. Okay, I'm back. There we go, that's better. Okay. So, King, if you're still in the chat, you're probably the only person who's actually talking in my Twitch chat at the moment. What would you like for me to do? Do you want me to continue on with another path, or shall I continue on into Atlantis here? Because at this, we're pretty close to the end of the game at this point. But but there's still 2 more paths that we can take. I could probably save those for next stream, I suppose. Maybe just continue on or something.
It's a gold box with orichalcum inside.
I'm just gonna eat something. Just double checking something real quick here. Okay. Yeah, I think I'll actually do that. I'll continue on into Atlantis on this file, and then maybe like tomorrow or in future streams I'll do the other 2 paths. So we'll go ahead and head on into the door. As you can see, Atlantis is one heck of a maze with a bunch of rooms. There's a Nazi walking around too. If we run into him, we can either run away from him or get into a fist fight. Right now, we need to identify these rooms. Some of these rooms are just empty and full of crabs. But there are some important rooms in here that we need to track down. Some of these also have grates that we can open and go through, which will then take us to another part of the labyrinth. Except for this one. This one will actually take us to where poor Sophia is held. And obviously there's a Nazi watching over her. Conveniently enough, no, we're right next to a sentry statue. Now, yeah, we've got 2 options that we can do here. We can either if we want to free Sophia, we have to deal with this guard, and we can either approach him just by going into the room proper, which then that puts us into a fist fight. But then the problem is that he's one of the most difficult fist fighting opponents in the game. He's extremely tough, has like a really large health bar, and his punches do quite a bit of damage. Or we can use this nice little orichalcum bead that we still have chilling and put it in this sentry statue. There goes the guard. And most importantly, the destroyed sentry statue dropped this little statue part that we actually will need later on. But now we have no more orichalcum. and we're soon going to need a lot of orichalcum. Here's one of the important rooms we have to go to. This is a machine room. It's useless to us at the moment because it has this peg here that we need to repair, and we can't put the stone discs on it, as much as that's an idea. We need to find a more proper part for it. As of right now, it's completely useless to us, but we will need this machine at some point. Basically, we're just walking around good old Atlantis and figuring out what is where. Here's an important room.
It looks just like that eel statue in Iceland.
Indeed. Earlier in the game, we had to deal with this eel sculpture in the past.
It looks just like that eel statue in Iceland.
Now we have another copy of it. Might come in handy. Got 2 more rooms to identify in this area. Another important room.
Looks like a cross between a bull and a fish. It looks like a stone fish head.
We can pick up that head. And this head will be very important shortly.
It looks like a stone fish head.
This room's a dead end. Let's head to this hallway over here. So we are missing a couple more items before we can do anything noteworthy in this part of Atlantis. Let's see where this grate takes us. Takes us elsewhere. Oh, convenient. Cool. Takes us to this inaccessible spot.
What a mess. What a mess. Must have been part of some ancient machine.
Let's pick up the part.
Must have been part of some ancient machine.
This is actually the part we need for that machine room that we found earlier. So it's good to get that. Now I'll check out this room. Hopefully not run into the Nazi as we're doing so. Alright, where's this one take us? Excuse me. Oh, that takes us to down here. That room's got nothing. Gotta be careful here, that Nazi's pretty close. See if we can at least tag these 2 rooms. Ah, here's another important room.
What an archaeological find.
It's a lava dispensing machine of some sort. Can't really do a whole lot here. What we can do, though, is use this statue head we just obtained and stick it in this plaque. Now it spews lava.
It's a fish spigot.
That will be useful later on. Now we'll tag this room. Ah, another important room. This is where the crabs come in. They go in. They come out from these holes and they come out of that pool.
This must be Crab Central.
Can't really do much else here other than just watch the crabs go in and out. Okay, good. That Nazi's going elsewhere. We'll head back into this room so we can get back to the other quadrant that we were in. Take this room before that Nazi gets us. Okay, where's this one lead to? Oh, cool. Leads us to that one room we have remaining to ID here. That's convenient. Now we're going to head out to the outside section here, because there's actually a room in this quadrant that we need to go to.
I guess this really was the end of the line.
There's a skeleton here. We can actually look at
It's a cage of ribs, more or less intact.
look at his rib cage, and we can even pick it up.
Now, this might be useful. You won't miss a few bones.
We actually need this rib cage. In fact, we can use our good old sandwich and jam it in there.
It worked. The cage is now baited with some food.
And we can use this baited cage back at the crab room so we can catch ourselves a crab. And that crab will be handy in a later section of Atlantis. Right now we gotta ID these two rooms right here. Oh good, that Nazi went an entirely different way. Oh, gotta be quick, gotta... No, no, no! Ah! Almost got caught. That's because I misclicked. I want to go to this room next. We're still missing one more item. It should be in one of these rooms. Yeah, there it is. There's a nice little... This statue here has got this cup.
I can't reach it from here. It sure is ugly. It's a cup. Too bad I can't reach it.
But if we still have that ladder from earlier... There, now we can get it crossed.
It sure is ugly. Surely this is not the cup of a carpenter.
Reference to previous Indiana films.
It's an empty cup.
So we'll take our ladder back. Now we'll tag this room real quick, because we're actually... Oh yeah, we're missing two important pieces.
You'd think the Atlanteans wouldn't be such slobs. It must have been part of some ancient machine.
This is the item that we're missing right now. We're gonna need that for a little later. Oh, that takes us to another grate in Sophia's prison. Alright. Now we're gonna head back to that lava room. I think we can do that just by going into this room, I think. So we can use the grate to walk over there. Or no, it was this room, wasn't it? Yeah, this room. First we gotta dodge that Nazi. Cool. We'll head to the crab room first and we'll get this, catch our crab that we need. Use the baited rib cage with the pool.
I hope this catches crabs.
And there's our crab.
There's a feisty crab in there.
He'll be useful, soon. Now we head into the lava room. And now you notice is that when we use that statue head here, it's spewing out lava. So, we could probably pour some lava into one of our 3 cups that we have. We'll try the clay jar.
That clay jar couldn't hold the lava.
Nope. I don't see clay ever holding lava. Let's try our porcelain mug.
I guess that porcelain mug couldn't hold the lava.
Nope. Well, let's try our brand new stone mug.
Aha.
Yeah. Now we have a cup full of lava.
It's full of lava.
This lava-filled cup will be useful very shortly. Probably heading off to bed. Oh, okay, King. Thanks for tuning in, by the way, King. I appreciate it. Hope you're enjoying the show up to this point. And if you haven't followed me on Twitter or on Twitch, I'd appreciate the follow. Alright. So now we're going to use this bronze spoke wheel with that peg.
Now that looks much better.
And now the machine's fixed. Now we're going to walk up to this funnel here. And we're going to use our cup of lava and pour it into the funnel. Awesome. Thank you, King. Appreciate it.
Well, well, orichalcum beads. I'll put them in the box too.
There we go. Now we got a fair number of orichalcum.
I've got a lot of beads.
Take that spoke wheel so that no one else uses this thing. We're going to head back to that lava room and get ourselves another cup of lava. So that way we can get ourselves more orichalcum, and that way we don't have to worry about orichalcum for the rest of the game.
Aha.
Alright, now we'll head back to the machine room and make some more orichalcum. Almost got caught by that soldier. The spoke wheel again on our peg.
Now that looks much better.
And we'll use our cup of lava with the funnel again. Make ourselves some more orichalcum. Interesting that orichalcum is made by processing lava.
More orichalcum beads. I'll put them in the box too. I have a handful of beads.
That'll do. We need this spoked wheel later on, so we'll pick that with us. Now we gotta head to the one quadrant that we haven't explored yet. For a second there I thought there was a room that we haven't identified, but we've seen all the important rooms anyway, so we don't need to explore the rest of this section of Atlantis. We just need to explore this section. Which I don't think this room's of any significance, but we'll tag it anyway. Yeah, that's a dead end. But we do want to tag this room.
It's got a wide open mouth.
You know what wide open mouths in Atlantis need? Orichalcum.
Uh-oh, that didn't work very well.
Oops. As you see, this door's blocked by water, and it's preventing these doors from getting opened. We do still have this eel sculpture, and we know what happens when orichalcum gets into that mouth.
Hey, it's getting hot.
Yeah, there goes the water. Now we'll use some orichalcum in that fish statue. There. Path is opened.
It's all that's left of the eel statue. I don't need a worthless heap of slag.
There. This room is where Sophia's kept in. We need to come in here to get this statue part. But we can also go and talk to Sophia.
Not much left of him.
Nope. He's squished.
Sophia,
What?
I like how he's facing the camera.
I just crawled through a mile of mud for you.
It was a picnic compared to life in this cell.
Are you all right?
I'll feel a lot better once you open this cell.
Did you miss me?
Put it this way, even your company beats this cell. Are you sure this is safe?
Sure, let's go, Sophia.
I don't know. The door makes me nervous.
Brace the door with a rock.
I don't have a rock.
Yeah, we can't help Sophia out of the cage just yet. We need to find some way to brace the cage door because she does not want to go through while Indy's holding it. So we'll have to leave her in there for now.
Jones! Don't you dare leave me here, you troglodyte!
Hey, did you not come up with a better name, a better word? Better insult? Here's the second ring of Atlantis. And as you can see, there's a octopus inside the canal.
It looks pretty hungry. Plato described waterways like this. It probably goes all the way around the city. It looks like 8 snakes, and I hate snakes.
Here's where our trapped crab can come in handy, because it'll get rid of that octopus. Because we need to cross this river, but Indy does not want to go in there as long as that octopus is in there. Alright. Of course the octopus is still in there, but...
It's a strange carving. It's not operating. It's a small round hole.
Give that an orichalcum.
Whoa! This thing's got a motor.
Ah, cool. It's ship of some sort. So you'll notice that we got gates on both sides. Each gate's got a spindle, and we need to use the stone discs to open these gates. These two will take the sunstone. And I think this one takes the moonstone. Yes, and then the next gate after that will take the world stone, and then it repeats itself. The reason we're going this way, though, so we can get to this doorway up here, because this has something important. Yeah, it's a crab boat. This thing right here.
Must have been part of some ancient machine.
If we close this cupboard...
What's this?
See this nice little diagram. And this diagram actually tells us about something that we have to do a little later on in the area. It does look like a typical like mural, but it actually is some form of instruction. Which we'll find out soon enough. Head back down to our crab boat. Pretty sure we need to use the world stone for this spindle. That or it's the moonstone again. Nope, it's the world stone. Cool. Onward. That doorway is our next, is where we need to go to. Another big ass door. And there's a funny statue here.
It's a loop of bronze where the arm used to connect.
See, its arm's broken in this section. It obviously opened the door, but it can't anymore.
It's a broken statue. I can't see anything from down here.
Let's use the ladder on him. Look at that chest plate.
It's closed.
Well, open it. And there's his chest plate. And here's all the ancient parts that we've scattered or found throughout Atlantis, along with orichalcum. We gotta put these parts in on this spindle so we can operate the machine. Take the wheel, stick it in the middle. We take this guy, stick him in the middle. We could put orichalcum in there, and then we need to use these two parts to manipulate the machine. This guy can fit on the pegs like this. I think we will put it there for now. And then this gear can fit on the opened pegs. Put them on there. And once those are in place, we then shove some orichalcum in.
It can't move anymore in that direction.
Oh, we had it wrong. So let's put that gear on that peg and give it some more orichalcum. Oh, the arm moved. Let's move that back towards us. Alright. So now you'll notice that there's this long ass chain here.
I can't lift the whole thing at once.
We'll use the chain with this statue arm. And then we'll use the other end of the chain with this loop that's stuck on the door. There. Now if we go back to the chest plate and tell the machine to move its arm, that door should open. There we go. That'll take us into the inner circle of Atlantis, but most importantly, it also dropped this pin.
This was a hinge pin that held up the door.
And this pin is long enough to brace the door to Sophia's cage. So we're going to head back and go get Sophia. Okay, we're back here. Now we'll head back into the dungeon that Sophia's trapped in. And we'll give her that hinge pin.
What am I supposed to do with this?
Maybe we'll think of something.
Now we'll attempt to pick up the cage again.
What makes you think this is safer now?
I've got a plan.
Which is?
Brace the cage with a hinge pin.
You know, that just might work. There!
There she is.
You know, I had to slug you.
Come on, Sophia, don't be angry.
Angry? You left me rotting in this hellhole!
Well, if that's how you feel, maybe you should stay here.
Maybe I will.
Great idea.
Fine.
Fine.
What was that?
I'm not sure. I think Nurab Sal made me do it.
Is that so? Dangerous fella, that Mr. Sal.
Yeah. Well, we better be going.
So anyway,
Doesn't seem to close.
we gotta pick up that cage because we need that hinge pin back.
Listen,
What?
Now Sophia's
any
with
idea
us.
where we are?
Some sort of dungeon, I guess. Strange. I always thought Atlanteans were too advanced to need dungeons.
What do we do now?
Let's get out of here. Somewhere beyond the waterway, Nurab Sal is calling my name.
Uh-oh.
I wonder where the rest of the Nazis are.
If we stay here much longer, we'll probably find out.
That we will. So let's get out of here. Sadly, with Sophia following us, we can no longer access the labyrinth area of Atlantis, but not that we need to. We've done everything we can there, so now we're back to the waterway here. Let's look at this pile of bones.
It's a pile of bones. Maybe they're animal bones. No animal I know about has bones like these. These bones are weirdly twisted. Any human being with bones like this must have been diseased. Some of the skulls bear half-grown horns. Maybe they weren't human at all, but something else. What kind of demonic creatures look like this? They're horribly gnarled bones.
It's got a lot to say
Sophia?
about them bones.
Yes?
You should have seen the octopus in here.
Spare me the fish story if you don't mind.
What do we do now?
I don't know. Now that Nur Absal is gone, I'm a stranger here myself.
Okay, that's weird. He's not gone just yet.
This must be one of the canals Plato wrote about.
It can't be. Plato wrote of great waterways stretching as far as the eye could see. This seems like one of the sewers.
You know, Atlantis is an eerie place.
Yeah, this isn't exactly how I imagined the splendor of the lost city.
Anyway, let's get back on the crab boat. And we'll head back to that opening. Go.
Hello, Sophia.
Yes? What?
Penny for your thoughts.
Can't you hear it, Indy? An old king is calling my name.
What do we do now?
We must find my spirit guide.
I don't hear a thing.
Listen harder, Indy.
Let's head on into that open door. Apparently Sophia's hearing things.
Indy, Nur Absal is here. I sense his presence.
Hold on a minute. Are you feeling okay?
Never better. I feel
Powerful!
Ooh, that doesn't sound like her voice.
You look kind of lost to me.
I'm not lost. I'm nearly
Home!
This seems homey to you?
Yes, very.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Why is she taking off too? Better follow her.
In here, Indy. Follow me. Ah, Dr. Jones.
Welcome to my humble abode.
Boy, that's totally not her voice. Lots of skeletons all over the place. Pretty creepy area.
It's a lava pit full of calcified skeletons. It's a bronze rod, probably a king's scepter.
That's something we could pick up.
I bet this one never won a beauty contest. Look at those feet, or whatever they were. Look at those feet, or whatever they were. Bones don't grow like this naturally. Where do you suppose they come from? Mars? Hell?
Minotaur crap. Yeah. It's interesting how this game makes some kind of link between the Minoans and Atlantis. But yeah, something's up with Sophia.
Sophia.
Big mortal!
Jeez, this place gives me the creeps.
Oh, I find it exceptionally
Restful!
Yeah, the stone beds sure look comfy.
Silent fool!
Come on, Sophia, let's get out of here.
Never!
I'm staying right here with the spirit who guides my thoughts.
Hello, spirit guide. My name's Jones.
Yes, I know you. You'll make a fine slave.
Oh, yeah? Don't count on it. Why are you acting like this?
Acting like what? Speak your mind.
Charles? Come on, Sophia, get a grip on yourself.
I am no longer the one you call Sophia. I am simply
The one who rules.
Oh, Sophia's possessed.
Sophia,
I hear you.
are you coming with me or not?
I'm not going anywhere.
What's making you so weird?
What do you mean?
Hit her with that stick. That probably would work. But no, we gotta do a more humane effort to break her from the grip of her spirit guide.
You sound like you're possessed.
Possessed? By what?
By Nurab Saul.
Well, you're wrong. We're just friends.
Okay, false alarm. They're just friends. They're just friends. No need to worry.
Sophia,
I hear you.
pull yourself together, will you?
What do you mean?
Charles?
You sound like you're possessed.
Possessed? By what?
By that stupid necklace of yours.
Possessed by a bronze trinket? And you call yourself a scientist?
It's been working on you for years.
Don't be ridiculous.
Come on, Sophia, hand over the necklace.
I can't. In 10 years, I've never let it out of my grasp. Now, I can't even force myself to take it off. Oh, Indy, I'm doomed.
Not necessarily. Before I continue, though, I do want to point out at this point in the game, we can either help Sophia break free from Nurab Saul, or we can just let her be. If we let her be, we can actually obtain an alternate ending to the game, because we are actually pretty close to the end of this game. But I'm gonna go ahead and free her, because it just doesn't seem right to leave this poor lady in this place.
Hey,
Big mortal!
Perhaps if I do one of the other paths, then I'll consider leaving her here on a future playthrough, and then that way we can see the alternate ending.
pull yourself together, will you?
What do you mean?
Charles?
Let me talk to the mortal woman.
Make it quick. The time for human frailty is past.
Sophia, what's going on here?
The deed that began in Iceland is done. The Great Spirit is back in his kingdom thanks to me.
Well, that's productive.
Excuse me.
Big mortal!
Did he actually have to come
Pull
back to
yourself
his
together,
kingdom?
will you?
What do you mean?
Charles?
Let me talk to the mortal woman.
Make it quick. The time for human frailty is past.
How can I help you?
I can't help myself, that's for sure. My willpower is gone, replaced by the thing I found and thought I owned. It's all up to you, Indy.
What can I do?
The one who feeds on fire is always hungry. Desperate moments require desperate measures.
That's our hint. The one who feeds on fire is always hungry. As we know, orichalcum is created by lava, which is a alternate form of fire when you think about it. And she can't bring herself to take off her necklace thanks to Nurab Saul's control. So this is what we're gonna do. This is how you free her. We're gonna look at her,
Mind if I look at your necklace?
which allows us to look at her necklace. Then we can click on certain spots in the necklace and identify it.
It's a bronze chain. It's an old lost wax casting, early Bronze Age. It looks hollow. Why is it flashing like that? Looks like a stylized bull's horn. It's a small diamond-shaped hole. Why is it flashing like that?
See that the eyes are flashing. So let's see what happens if we take some orichalcum, like she demonstrated earlier in the game, and put it in the mouth.
No! That medallion is hot.
Drop it, why don't you?
Nurab Sal won't let me.
Then how about we put it in that nice little gold box?
No!
Sorry, Sophia. So long, Nurab Sal.
There he goes.
Thanks, Indy. If you hadn't done that, I'd be as dead as that monster.
There we go. Sophia is now free. Downside, though, is we lost our gold box. Thankfully, we still have the orichalcum, but now the orichalcum detector is completely useless at this point of the game.
Sophia,
Yes?
Not that we need it, because we got a shit ton of orichalcum to begin with.
jeez, this place still gives me the creeps.
Me too.
Alright, so now let's move on. No reason to be in Nurab Sal's throne room anymore.
The eyes look like they're following me. It looks like a hellish elephant. Creepy. The eyes look like they're following me. Terrifying. Gruesome. Monstrous. Gruesome. Other monster. Horrific. It sure is gooey.
There's some strange markings here. There's a doorway that we can go to as well.
Atlantean graffiti.
We're just going to explore the rest of the halls here first. Just so we show off the area. No, that's a dead end. Both of these doors are dead end. I'm just going through them. Pretty sure it loops around at this point. Yeah, now we're back at the start. So we'll head back this way, and we're going to go into that room that has obviously has something inside of it. Probably keep this graffiti here to mind, because that's actually going to be useful in a second. Same with this graffiti down here.
More Atlantean graffiti.
Oh, we found a...
It's a huge version of the Microtar statue. Well,
What do you want?
We found some sort of massive contraption.
any idea what this thing might be?
It looks kind of like a tractor to me. A burrowing tractor.
What do you make of those markings on the floor?
They might mean something, but they look more like a picture than writing.
What do we do now?
Plato described the city divided into 3 rings, and we've seen 2. We can try for the 3rd one, or quit and go home.
We can't quit.
Then show me what to do. I'm lost.
Yes, let's just give up at this point in the game. Let's just all go home.
Going up?
I'll wait down here.
Suit yourself.
Climb up into the machine here. See what we got.
Looks like another hungry mouth.
Well, we know to put some more calcum in that.
Looks like an empty slot. Looks like an empty slot.
Got 3 empty slots. We can fit the scepter and hinge pin into these slots. We'll put the hinge pin in this one. And
I can't move it.
And we'll put the scepter in the right one. And then we'll push both of them up. And then we'll feed it some more calcum.
It's working. Get on board, Sophia.
That's what the first set of graffiti told us to do. The second set tells us to shut off the machine. And to do that, we have to manipulate these levers. This may take a while because those instructions on the floor are a little unclear. There we go. Oh. Well, everyone's dead. Or not.
That was close.
Too close.
Yep, too close. Now we're in the inner ring, the third concentric circle. There's a doorway up there to go to, and that'll take us down to the platform below, and then there's another doorway.
Stick close, kid. This could be dangerous.
I'll take my chances.
And now it's time for another maze to go through. All these doors connect to one another. We just gotta navigate them until we can get to the middle. Pretty sure I can remember which doors we need to take. Or no, actually, I think it's this door.
Whoops!
Yeah, because that takes us down to that square one at the bottom. And I think it's this door, which then takes us up to that door. Yeah, and we're pretty certain it's this door. The wrong door can take us back down to here, I think. Yeah, there we go. Then we go that door. Oh, I think it's this door. Yep, very cool. You'll notice on the background these circles. We gotta keep this in mind. I'm gonna write that down real quick. Is that? There we go. Yeah, because these circles represent the 3 stone discs. Because you see a sun, a moon, and a volcano. It's a stone positioning that we're going to need very soon. I think it's this door. This door connects to this door. Yep. Now we got another puzzle to figure out here. We got to get across this, but as we step onto the sections, some of the sections will disappear. Oh, nice. Usually it takes me a couple tries.
Are you coming?
Hold your horses.
Sophia always gets it right, though, because she has to cross. There we go.
Nice moves.
Thanks.
Now we just follow down the path. We'll be treated to another scene.
Here's your shining city.
Not what I expected, that's for sure.
And the place is still humming, maintaining the air pressure for untold centuries.
Indeed. Our only direction is back to the maze or straight in. Head on inside. Here we are. Believe it or not, we're actually at the very last scene of the game. To our left is a spindle where we can put the stone discs. To the right is a frog statue.
Looks like it's hungry for orichalcum.
It wants orichalcum. We're going to head over to the spindle, slap down these stone discs. And if you recall the mural of the stone discs that was on the wall as we were doing that lava maze, we need to push these stone discs in that particular order. So volcanoes pointing here, full moon here, and sun here.
Uh-oh.
What did you do now, Indy?
I think I turned it on.
Indeed you did.
You see, Colonel? I told you Jones would be of some use to us.
Oh,
Kerner.
there's
I
those
knew I
Nazis.
smelled a rat.
I smell, Herr Jones, is your fear. Don't move.
Mein Gott, how beautiful! Congratulations, Dr. Jones. You've just handed the Third Reich its ultimate victory.
It'll take more than a few orichalcum bombs to conquer the world, Uberman.
Bombs? The gods don't need bombs.
Take a look around. What do you think this astonishing machinery was used for?
This is the game's final boss, so to speak, so we gotta choose our words carefully, or we might end up with a game over, or the end of the game. Any of these options will do. I like choosing this one.
Power station?
Wrong! As Plato himself well knew, this was a factory for manufacturing higher beings.
While you've been wandering around, we've been stockpiling orichalcum.
And now we have all we need. Are you ready for the greatest moment in history, Doctor?
Pretty certain all of these options can work too.
Didn't you notice all those hideously deformed bones?
Experiments gone awry, unworthy slaves sacrificed in the name of knowledge. Progress has its price, you know.
Maybe they weren't quite human to begin with.
Inhuman or subhuman, they were destroyed by their physical imperfections when they bathed in the awesome power of this device.
Fortunately, we suffer from no such imperfections.
You really believe in this godhood business?
Why not? As a god, I shall know everything, be everywhere, rule everyone.
We both shall rule, Herr Doctor.
Eh? Don't be silly, Colonel. You're not prepared for this.
We shall see.
Any of these options should work as well. I kind of like doing this one just so I give the Nazis a false sense of security.
Godhood sounds good. I like a crack at that.
I like a man with courage.
No!
What?
If anyone's going to become a god, it must be me.
You don't make me laugh.
I am in charge of this operation, you spineless sausage. Activate the machine.
A test is a test. Plato suggested 10 beats. Let's try that.
Wait!
What now, Jones?
What about Plato's tenfold error?
What about it?
Most of Plato's numbers were way off target. Just a thought.
You may be right. We should divide by 10. Try 1 bead.
1 bead it is.
So 1 bead gets put in. What happens to Kerner?
Himmel, it's working.
That's no god.
A small bead for a small man, eh, Jones? Now it's your turn.
I'd rather watch, but thanks for the offer.
Move, unless you want my men to move you. That's better.
What makes you think you can outdo the old kings?
Science, my boy. We have it, and they did it. Here goes.
Hang on a second.
Now, we gotta be careful with our choice of words at this point, because if Indy becomes a god, it's game over, sadly.
Listen, what if Plato's error went the other way?
How do you mean?
I think Plato and Kerner were both wrong.
All right, Jones, you decide. How many beats should we use?
Want to say no, none.
No beat, you crazy old man.
Come now, Doctor. Where's your scientific curiosity?
Yeah, we gotta at least humor him in one description until we can get this dialogue option.
For your sake, I hope this doesn't work.
Why not?
Which I'm pretty sure... Yeah, this option.
Once I'm a god, I'm sending you straight to hell.
I'm offering you immortality. Is that the thanks I get?
I think any of these will do, but I like picking the first one.
You ever hear the term angry god? Wait till you see me.
Hang on. Perhaps I haven't thought this through. You want to go first. You're scheming against me in spite of my generosity. Well, you won't get the upper hand that way. Stand aside, Jones. 98, 99, 100 beats. Prepare to feel my wrath.
100 beats just like that.
Indy!
Follow me, Sophia. Hurry.
Uberman did, but he couldn't handle the energy, so he ended up dying.
At least there's some evidence this time.
Then again, maybe not. What was that for?
To ease the pain.
Yeah, so to reiterate that again, yeah, he did successfully become a god, but he couldn't, it couldn't exist. So it dispersed and he died. Yeah, and in India's, depending on the dialogue choices, Indy can end up getting transformed into a god, but it would be the same result. He'll become a god, he'll kill Uberman, but then he can't handle his physical manifestation and ends up dying, which then gives us a game over. But here we have beaten the game. This is the ending, the best ending, with Sophia alive. The alternate ending has Sophia regrettably not with us. So now we get to enjoy the credits and a lovely sunset. Cool, thanks for tuning in, KingBot. I hope you enjoyed the stream. You have a good night. And that is the end of Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, but only through the team path. As I mentioned earlier in the stream, there are 3 paths, and we just completed 1. And there's 2 more left to do, which I'll probably save those for a future stream. So, yeah, because I could just reload from this guy right here, and we could choose one of the 2 other paths, either the Wits path where it's just Indy solving a whole bunch of puzzles, or the Fists path where it's Indy either solving a bunch of puzzles or fist fighting his way through puzzles. Fist fighting in itself is kind of a puzzle as well. I'll go ahead and load that back up, and that way I'll just show it off. If we choose this option, we'll be doing the Wits path. We already did this option here for the team path, and this one will give us the Fists path. But as I said, I'm probably going to save that for a future stream. Just want to double check something real quick. Okay, cool. I'm probably going to move on to another game then. Just need to figure out which game. Let me think. I'll just leave it on this screen for now, so that way there's some background noise. Actually, I don't know. I could play something. Play another thing real quick. I think I'll play so many, play something. I'm thinking either an NES game or a Super NES game, probably. Let me think. Yeah, I'll continue on in Kirby's Adventure, because I've been streaming that as of late. So we'll turn that off. Close that out. Now I need to add a new source. Where is it? That. I need to resize that real quick. Resize it as soon as I get something loaded up here. Oh, where's the K's? There we go. Let's play some Kirby's Adventure. No, you don't. playing snippets of this game in my previous streams. So far, I'm up to level 5 here. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's change something real quick in here. Spelled Kirby. There we go. There. All right. Expecting that Kabu to hit me. Oh, I was hoping to get at that door. The door's got a secret. Swallow both of these Rockies so we can get a random power. Just gotta wait until they waddle over here. Ball? That's not gonna be useful. Change power. High jumps and all that great of a power. hammer power-up. Bloody. One thing I hate about Kirby's Adventure is that a single hit makes you drop your power. It's pretty annoying after a while. Nice, we got first. Find some health. We want to keep the hammer power up. Oh, damn it. Yeah, probably just better if we fly, because we'll die if we take a hit. Why do I have to go backwards, you? No. Nice. Lucky for us to get the hammer from that random. Wish these swordsmen would shove off. There. It'd just be easier if I flew. This can be really tricky. Oh! I just realized that we didn't even need the hammer power-up to begin with. Oh well. Let's do this mini game. Really? It's because I forgot to jump. Meta Knight. Right when I pick up the bloody tomato. Now I just lost my sword. Damn it, no. I need the hammer power up. There we go. Okay, didn't need the hammer power up after all. I need it for later on, actually. Pretty certain it's later on. keep thinking one of these levels here needs the hammer power-up for a bonus. Yeah, we missed something here. Yeah, I'll take the death. I need full health anyway. It's actually 6 that I need the hammer in. This is the level I need the hammer in. Dodge all these wheelies first. Yeah, here it is. It's only the hammer and... Yeah, I think only the hammer can hit those green blocks. Here's the boss of level 5. Oh. That's not gonna help. Come on, wake up. Never mind. Normally you can swallow those projectiles he shoots to get the hammer power up, but sometimes they'll be the sleep power up. There it is. Damn it. Yes. That was close. Save state here. And I think I'm going to end the stream at this point. Yes. So for the viewers that are not bots, thank you for tuning in. I'd appreciate a follow if you're willing to give one. And I shall see you all tomorrow. I usually stream, I try to stream every night, except for Saturdays. Expect the next stream to be around 9 or 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you for tuning in, and you all have a good evening.